Expeditionary Brigade was activated in Quantico, Virginia as a 3rd Provisional Brigade. As World War I raged in Europe, the United States required stabilization closer to home. The brigade commanded elements of the 7th and 9th Marine Regiments and was sent to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, to quell rebel violence in the region. The brigade was then relocated to Galveston, Texas as a contingency force before being deactivated in 1919. Rising tensions in China in the late 1920s began to threaten the lives and property of American citizens, requiring the need for more military strength. The 3rd Brigade was then activated once again on March 28, 1927, and deployed to Shanghai, China, under the command of Brigadier General Smedley Butler. History remembers them as the first of the China Marines. The brigade was then deactivated and reactivated again in the midst of World War II on March 21, 1942. The brigade deployed to Western Samoa, arriving with roughly 5,600 officers and enlisted personnel, armed with heavy artillery to defend the island. Civil and political unrest in Laos, South Vietnam's vulnerable neighbor, necessitated Marine combat troops to help stabilize the situation. The brigade was reactivated on May 19, 1962, and deployed to Udorn, Thailand, to assume command over all Marine ground and air elements in the area. As the needs of the Marine Corps in Vietnam waxed and waned, so did the need for the newly designated 3rd Marine Amphibious Brigade. Reactivated on April 23, 1965, the brigade landed at Chu Lai, South Vietnam, to establish an airfield. 6 years later, as the war drew to a close, the brigade was activated on April 14, 1971, in Da Nang, South Vietnam. The brigade took on the task of finalizing the redeployment of Marine units from combat zones before being deactivated once again for 29 years. Since then, the 3rd MEB has participated in numerous humanitarian aid missions, including the 2011 Tohoku earthquake, Operation Damayan in the Philippines, and Operation Sahayogi Hat in Nepal. 3rd MEB is always on call to aid in humanitarian assistance, disaster relief, and regional security cooperation with partner nations around the Pacific.